done on yesterday class. Now you should able to write up to the chapter literature review. Okay, introduction part we have completed while writing the proposal, and second chapter reason for choosing this project we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, and for the literature review part and other part, if you have not written or submitted the assignment that I've given, please do that assignment, and please if possible in old document. Okay, if possible please write the research topic, problem statement, research question, and research object on old document, and you can share that old document also. Okay, so it will be easy for me to discuss with you and in which section you belong. Okay, you can write your name and section also inside that assignment. So those who we have completed, okay, this first part, they can start with the second now. Okay, what is the source of literature that you followed, and the list of the literature. Okay, list the literature. That might be the article, journal, or newspaper, or books, or something like that. Whatever you have searched for your topic. Okay, for those who have been confirmed with their topic, now they have to list the literature. Okay, they have to list the literature. They have to identify the source of literature and list them. Now it is your task that you need to do this. And we'll discuss based on your response. Okay, based on your response, what kind of literature do you have you searched? Okay, and we'll discuss on that part, and which content might be essential for you, or how we can review that literature. Okay, we'll see that. So can you please share one or two literature regarding the article, journal, or thesis, or books? Thesis might be difficult here to review. Okay, if it is best to share the article or journal or conference paper also. Okay, proceeding conference paper also can be submitted right now for discussion part. And those who have not submitted the title, research problem statement, they need to do both. Okay, those who have submitted the research topic and first part, they need to do the second part, and those who have not done the first part also, they have to complete first and second part. Okay, immediately, and we'll start discussion based on your response. Okay. So we have obtained one answer. Okay, we'll discuss that also based on his research question, research aim, and objective. Okay, he has written his question as, does IIT based traffic light help in traffic control? That is the question. and aim to find out the impact of IoT based traffic light in traffic control. Okay. Objective is to learn how IoT based traffic light works. Okay, and to collect the data of manual traffic light in traffic control. To collect the data of IoT based traffic light in traffic control, compare the IoT based traffic light with manual traffic control, analyze the result after the comparison. Okay, so these are the objective that he need to know, and if this objective will fulfill, it can be known whether the traffic light based traffic light helps in traffic control or not. Okay, so that you can do. So based on this part, so where you collect, there is some difficulty for collecting the data, I think. Okay, all of you, the objective that you return is seems okay, and the questions also research question also seems okay for me now, but I'm a little bit worried about how you are going to collect the data. Okay, you can collect the manual traffic light data, traffic data. Okay, manual traffic light and traffic congestion. Okay, you can collect that data, how that will happen, but to collect the data using IoT based intelligent traffic system or IoT based traffic light system. Okay, I think from where you collect the data, Meghant, can you please elaborate the source of data that you are going to collect for IoT based traffic light system, or are you going to build a system?
I'll collect it online from where it has been implemented.
And offline also you have to collect from the same context. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So it is really difficult. I think it is really difficult. Okay, since in our country, have you find it the use of IoT based traffic light in our country or in our context?
No,
Is there
sir.
no? So from where we have planned to collect the data?
From international scenario.
Okay, so you are going to collect from secondary data.
Yes, we can say that.
Secondary data refers somebody has collected for one purpose, and you are going to analyze that data in your context. Okay, you can do in that way also. in that way also it can be possible to do. Okay, otherwise you have to build a system, IoT based intelligent traffic system you have to build and test against the traffic control. You have to collect the data, and again you have to collect the data regarding the non-IoT based or general traffic light in traffic control. Okay, so that is the thing. And first, okay, this to learn how IoT based traffic light works, that might be your learning objective. Might be some, no need to write this, I think. Okay, you are going to do certain tasks. Okay, you are going to learn. Overall objective of the research is to learn how traffic light based works, but if you learn how the IoT based traffic light works, it does not matter, it will answer your research question or not, whether you learn or you will not learn. Yes, that is the case, because your question says, does it help in traffic control? Okay, if this objective will fulfill, then also it does not confirm that IoT based traffic light helps in traffic control or not. Okay, so no need to write this, I think, to learn how IoT based traffic light works. Okay, that is your learning perspective, but you are not fulfilling that objective. You are fulfilling the objective that will achieve or answer the questions whether the IoT based traffic light helps in traffic control or not. Okay, so basically you can focus on this question and your aim. Okay, impact. So other things you need to do. So have other due to submit. Okay, no, so please copy that. So moving on to the one of the literature. Okay, your friend has shared us one of the literature which shows the IoT based smart traffic signal monitoring system using vehicle count. Okay, he has used on the vehicle count. So this is the So can you see this document that has been published an International Journal of Engineering and Technology? Okay, it is the latest paper of 2018, so it can be a good source of information for your research. Okay, so he has chosen this as the literature and two paper as the main reference paper, I think. So what it says, okay, so this is the literature and this is specifically related with the title. Yes, so there might be the context, this might not be related with your title, but it motivates you to choose a title. Okay, there might be certain literature of that, but we are focusing on the specific now because you have already selected your title. Okay, already selected your title, so you need to focus on the content that helps to conduct your research. Okay, so regarding this thing, okay, if we go from the different kind of review, okay, so here's what he trying to do is trying to compare a data between two traffic control system that has been, one is the manual, one other is the IoT based automated traffic light detection system or control. Okay, traffic control system. So based on this, so this, if you read this abstract, okay, only abstract only, then what is indicate, it is indicate the thematic review of the literature. Suppose you first read this abstract, okay, and if there is any keywords, okay, so the keywords are internet of things, traffic automation, key nearest neighbor or algorithm, that is KNN algorithm has been used here. Okay, so based on this, the traffic signal management, this all are the thematic review. And while you read this abstract, if you think, okay, if you think you are using the same mechanism, suppose you are using the k nearest algorithm, okay, first you review thematically, and other part, traffic automation is not your concern, but you are going to on the k nearest neighbor algorithm. If that is the case, you should move on to the theoretical review that has been imposed, if there is any. Okay, if that theoretical review has been written here or not. If not, here is the KNN model algorithm. Okay, so how that KNN model algorithm utilize in this method, you are going to look for that. That is the theoretical review, and based on findings, okay, you are now you are associated with how IoT and traffic automation works, or what is the finding of the research. Okay, so based on this part, you need to go. You need to go here. Okay, he has written one implementation studies how that will happen. Okay, there is the traffic signal, and it is traffic signal is attached to the microcontroller. Microcontroller communicate with the server through the serial communication. Okay, RS232 or 243. Any combination can be done for serial communication. Okay, and signal LED. The server, here is the vehicle log. Okay, user can view the result of the traffic light and log in, view the traffic density according to the areas. Okay, this server can communicate with the area 1, area 2, and so on. Okay, and different area. So this is one example of IoT. Okay, I am not sure what sorry, TMS architecture integrated traffic monitoring system. So this is one example of IoT. How that is the best example, because there is the sensor on traffic signal. Okay, how that IoT works, it is the and that my microcontroller which controls the traffic light. Okay, the data microcontroller, here the sensor are attached. Okay, that sensor will detect. Okay, here is the sensor. Okay, that sensor will detect the traffic signal. Okay, sensor array has been used, and the infrared sensor are used, ADC, analog to digital converter. Okay, signal conditioner, filtering, and controller, and Bluetooth controller has been used, and that transfers to the devices, Android devices, and then Android device again communicate through the network to the server. Okay, so one area communicate the data with the server, another also server, and the person can view the data of the selected area. Okay, selected area, that is the context. So through this mechanism, yes, I have not read all, but in my understanding, I am just doing on it on my understanding. Okay, so here they have built a system. They have built a system. Okay, they have used the microcontroller. They have built a system. They have not compared. So um, whether whether this module has generated certain kind of data or not, how we can know? This doesn't provide any kind of data here. So for source of data, this literature cannot work. Yes, for source of data, I think can it work? Because they have built a system. They have built a system and recorded the event. Okay. So this proposed work, this is the proposed method of the research. Okay, that is the implementation, which is called the research methodology that we do in our research also. Okay, this is the research methodology. You have to do how you are going to conduct your research. So if you read, so this is my understanding. Okay, but let's ask the researcher who have read this literature. Okay, can you tell me what is the interesting point that motivate you to choose this title, or what is the content that we are going to use from this literature?
I was planning to use this to learn how traffic lights work.
What that proposed work you are going to use that proposed work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are going to implement this architecture, or here I don't see the data that you need. Okay, because it is using, it's just showing building a system module. Okay, so other, what is your other understanding?
For now, that is only my understanding.
Okay,
and there is nothing more.
yes, this paper does not contain more regarding your data also. Okay, so you have to move here now. You have to go to the literature site. Okay, literature site, and how you can source this, copy this literature. Okay, because this has motivated you some way. So if you want to find more information, then you can say that, okay, implementation on the priority based signal measurement management in traffic system, that is the one case. Or time optimization for traffic signal, that might be the other case. Okay, now you need to source the literature from these references. Okay, so that will provide you the greater insight for your research. Okay, that the all paper might not be effective for you for your research, or based on your understanding. You have thought in one perspective, but this paper has thought from another perspective. They have built a system. Okay, so uh, you need to better to source. If you are going to do the comparative study, then you need to select a system, select a literature. How? You are not going to build a system, so you are going to compare a system. Means you need to find a literature which shows the effectiveness of IoT devices and traffic control. There might be certain data that they have collected. Okay, the range, percentage, graph, or so on. That kind of literature you have to source. Okay, because it does not show any kind of data that you need, I think. Okay, and you are not going to implement or build a system like this. Okay, you are not going to build a system like this. So you need to be focused. Okay, they are implementing on the vehicle count, and KNN algorithm is the nearest. They want to find the nearest device around that vehicles. So there might be other algorithm that is effective for your research. Okay, but you are not going to build a system, so that kind of implementation is not necessary. You are going to do the comparative study, means you need to search for the literature which provide the set of data for you. Okay, it might be the one literature which motivate you to select the title, but in other perspective you have to be clear. So moving on to the other literature also, you have shared the other literature, I think. Yes, and we'll move on to the other.
Another is also same like this, sir.
Same.
So I understood.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So when you say about the research, okay, when you say about the research, we need to explore certain thing that is new for us. Okay, that is really new for us. So here, intelligent traffic-based system, what is trying to do? Traffic monitoring, okay, emergency clearance, pedestrian crossing, overall view of traffic intelligent management system. Yes, done in that way. So uh, we need to look for first keyword, okay, first keyword that are associated with that is IoT, that is associated for you, traffic management, that is also associated for you, intelligent traffic, that is also associated for you, traffic congestion, if you are going to do the traffic control, then that is also associated. So previous paper, uh, from that, this is more like related for you, I think, okay, from the keywords. So when you search for the content, okay, search for the content, here it also use the KNN algorithm. Yes, because cluster algorithm that's mostly used. And intelligent traffic, is there any kind of data that you find here? Let's search for that, okay. And it is focusing how the algorithm works, okay. So future environment intelligence, this is just the uh, this can act as a you as a reference also, okay, reference also. So you can study from I can suggest one of the, okay, you can study, since it is difficult for you to collect the data. If you plan to collect from the international community or international context, but also it is not guaranteed that you collect the data or you can obtain the data that is necessary for your research. Okay, in same context you cannot. It is difficult for you to collect the both kind of data. So what I suggest, you can collect in our context, you can do in our context, okay, you can collect the manual data, and you can show the effectiveness for future enhancement like this part, okay. You, what is the future opportunity and challenges that the Nepal traffic system has to be followed to implement the IoT based intelligent traffic congestion system. If you work on that part, then it will be suggestion for traffic department also, that what they need to do to implement the IoT-based intelligent traffic system in their current structure. Okay, if you can provide in that way, anything that they need to consider or something like that from the international perspective, you collect the data, but you can relate with the current context and recommend the certain approach, procedure, or method to implement the IoT-based intelligent traffic congestion control system. In that way, if you work also, that will be research, okay, because you are providing certain recommendation for the traffic system in our context. Okay, that will be very helpful for you as a individual, also for other also. Okay, if you can, if you are able to do in that way, that is also act as a research. Okay, that you can put that as an alternative. If you are not able to collect the data in both perspective, then that can act as an alternative for you. Okay, Megant.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So now let's move on to other, uh, Rahul Khalid. Okay, effectiveness of automatic vehicles and IoT. Okay, IoT based automatic vehicle system. Just we can write at that. Okay, IoT based automatic vehicle system, or effectiveness of IoT on intelligent vehicle system, or something like that. Or effectiveness of, we are focusing on IoT, yes. So effectiveness of IoT on intelligent vehicle system. Intelligent vehicle system is an application. IoT is the technology that you are going to implement on that automatic vehicle, and you are going to study the effectiveness of IoT on intelligent vehicle system or automatic vehicle system, whatever you say. I think you need to revise. You can write in two way: IoT based automatic vehicle system, or you can write as um, effectiveness of IoT on automatic vehicles system. You just focus on system. Okay, so how effective is automatic vehicle comparing to the normal vehicle in the current context? So you are focusing on automatic vehicles, so we need to more focus on IoT also. Okay, while talking about automatic vehicles, you might understand it has implemented the IoT. Okay, it obviously implement that thing. Okay, obviously implement. So you are going to compare that whole part of the automatic vehicle with the normal vehicle. that will be difficult for you, I think, if you take the certain component of automatic vehicle. Okay, location tracking, GPS, or something are the also the part of the IoT. Yes, so if you work for certain context only, it will be easy for you to collect the data and analyze the data within allocated period of time. If you are going to compare the automatic vehicle to the normal vehicle, then they are not of comparison. I think they are not of comparison because um, they fall on the category of vehicle. They fall on the category of vehicle. Okay, so when you compare about the petrol engine and diesel engine or something like that, or petrol engine vehicle and diesel engine vehicle, they are not compared because their working mechanism are different. Yes, their working mechanism are different because diesel engine perform on one way and petrol engine perform on another way. From the efficiency point of view, you can tell, but there is certain context in which one is better and in certain context in which another is better. Okay, from efficiency, diesel engine have more efficiency than petrol engine, that you have learned from part. But from the cost effective point of view, diesel engine maintenance cost more than the petrol engine. Yes, that is the case. So they have the certain pro and cons in both contexts, so they are applying in from both perspective. Yes, so in that same way, because automatic vehicle which do not have the driver and certain mechanism, it might be the electric or something like that, and normal vehicle generally works from the uh, uh, diesel and petrol. If you are going to study from the pollution point of view, it's okay. Okay, but if you are going to study from IoT devices, normally you can say normal vehicle does not contain more devices than the automatic vehicle because it is manually operated by the people. So and the cost associated it also has less. Okay, so I think you need to focus on more on IoT and automatic vehicles. No need to compare with the normal vehicle in my context, I think. Okay, we are just going through how effective is IoT on automatic vehicle or IoT based automatic vehicle, just studying that solo context. Okay, previous version of automatic vehicles who does not use the IoT device in large manner than now. Okay, so you can compare from the same family category of family. Okay, it will be easy comparing. Okay, and just telling you to be simple and to be practical from one perspective. Okay, if you find, if you, we all know, or Google has also provided that automatic vehicles is effective than a normal vehicle from accidental point of view. That is because the technology has so enhanced on the automatic vehicle that it cannot beat the normal vehicle. Yes, that is the context. So I think they are not in the comparative level, I think. Okay, I'm just worrying, they are not on the comparative level. You have to be compared, you have to keep on some comparative level and you can compare only. Okay, we can compare the category of petrol engine, we can compare petrol engine vehicles, we can compare the diesel engine vehicle, we can compare the solar vehicle or electric vehicle. Okay, and we can compare the automatic vehicle from one perspective, that is comparable. Okay, family category of the vehicles is comparable. So if you do in that way, it will be easy. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now that research question. Okay, I'm just focusing on that.
Yes, I am getting it. So research.
You should revise that research question. You are going to find the effectiveness of automatic vehicle. Okay, no need to show that you are comparing with the normal vehicle. You can just show the effectiveness of automatic vehicle. Okay, we all know that the devices that are used on automatic vehicle are enhanced than the normal vehicle. We all know that part. Yes? So there might not be any comparative level for these two vehicles. Okay.
Maybe how effective is automatic vehicle in current context? Maybe it would be right.
Yeah, that is also okay.
Okay.
But we are focusing on IoT. Yes. So how that IoT, devices on automatic vehicles uh, are making them effective. because the automated vehicle does not build in one instant. It has built from the different component. So the most of the device automatic vehicles use the IoT devices. So if you say the proximity sensor or something like the gyroscope, or whenever we say something in our mobile phone, that is also the IoT devices, yes, GPS and so on. So that kind of IoT devices that are used on automatic vehicle, how that devices make them effective, you can say from perspective. And for that part, you can take the references from the other. Okay, those who does not use the GPS and those use the GPS, that is the case. Yes, you can say for precise location of the vehicle, if it's in theft or if it is lost or something like that, it will be effective. Yes, that IoT devices have make them that vehicles effective. So moreover, if you focus on that IoT device or IoT that has been implemented on that automatic vehicle, then that will be best. Okay, we are covering our theme also, and you are showing that the increase of IoT devices demand on the current context. I think objective are really more. Okay, you just focus what you are going to achieve, that will answer your research question. Okay, and regarding any literature that you have sourced, I can see that. Okay.
Yes, I have seen you in chat,
Okay, so
private
now,
chat.
okay, I will see
So,
that.
what about research aim?
uh,
And what about research objective? Which
now,
need which
now
needs
it
to
okay,
include
it
and which
is
not?
changing from your, it is changing from titles to the aim, because you are going to study the effectiveness of IoT. I am focusing, always focusing, okay, effectiveness of IoT on automatic vehicle. That IoT might be the smart city, on IoT based smart city or something like. You are focusing that IoT on automatic vehicles. Automatic vehicles is just the application of IoT devices or IoT technology. Okay, so your aim should focus on study of effectiveness of IoT on automatic vehicles. So you need to focus more. No need to do the comparative study. Okay, because I think in my context, okay, if you think that no, I can compare the two set of data, there is the literature that shows, there is the comparative chart. Okay, if that is the case, then you can use. Okay, if not, then I think this comparison part, you can just focus specifically. Okay, you cannot no need to say you are going to compare the vehicle with IoT devices and vehicle without IoT devices. Okay, that is the task you are going to do. Your main task is to find that evaluate the effectiveness of IoT devices on automatic vehicles. You are going to um, evaluate. Okay, we are going to find the worth of that IoT devices on automatic vehicles. You can do that way. Okay. Mm, this research objective also, I think it is more. Okay, so those which is really you can fulfill within an allocated period of time. So again, there is another title. Sorry. There is research objective of effectiveness of automatic vehicles and IoT. Same context. Yeah. Okay. So objective, I think it is okay also. But you are going to measure the benefit, cost of smart car or any automation. So knowing that part, okay, knowing that part does not makes the automatic vehicle effective from the cost perspective. Yes. So no need to write this as an objective. Okay, you cannot suggest the cost for a smart car or any other automatic vehicle.
So what about guessing the future?
uh, Predicting, you are going to predict the future benefit, or to identify the benefit. Okay, to identify, you are going to identify the benefit of smart automatic IoT device and smart car for future enhancement or something like that. You can do from that perspective. In current context, it shows it is on the growing trend. Okay, you show the line graph horizontal versus vertical. Okay, you can say the duration of time in the horizontal, which is the x-axis, and in y-axis increase of vehicle number or uses of vehicle. So that shows the usage of vehicle from the current date, it has been increasing. Yes, increasing in one context. So it will obviously increase in future, because that line graph has shown the trend which grows upward. Yes, that is obviously shows that part. So you need to find the data which shows there is an increase of IoT devices uses on automatic vehicle. You best focus on IoT devices, okay, or the IoT based that car uses, if you are not sure, because we are focusing on the automatic vehicle. Again, we are saying the smart car. The reader might confuse. Okay, you can focus on one part, because for us, for IT sector, you can understand smart car and automatic vehicles, they are the same context. But for other reader who does not have any background information regarding your research or something like that, then they will get confused. Okay, so we need to use in upper you have automatic vehicles, and again you are switching to smart car. Okay, so you need to be clear on this part. Now moving on to the Cruizen Pokhrel. Okay, I like to open. Rahul, is it okay for you? Now can you understand? Please study the literature a bit in depth, okay? And please show me from where you have taken that references, okay?
Yes, sir, I get it. But I didn't find exactly where should I get and I need to do a little bit research about that.
You have sent one research paper, yes, automatic
Yes.
vehicle review of road safety implication at the driver of
Yes,
change.
yes, sir.
So if research paper motivate you and you are focusing on the safety implication, because safety is also one of the part which shows that automatic vehicles are more effective. Because if you drive manually and if that accident happen, and if that car is automatic, you can sit at the back side, okay, and the tendency to get
About airbags.
yes, you can from that safety intention, from other perspective also you can study. And if this research paper makes you good, then you can go down. There is the references, yes, you can see the main research and study about the automatic vehicles. You can see the references: intelligent navigation of autonomous vehicle in an automatic highway. Yes, and you can see the latest paper at last: investigation of automatic vehicles, effect on driver behaviors and traffic performance. Okay, now you are going to source this kind of literature from these references. Okay, main research and study about automatic vehicles, it has been done on this literature, where you can see on the references. Yes. So
Yes.
you need to
Sure.
source the literature from that main research part. Yes.
Okay, sir, I understood.
Okay. Now, Cruizen Pokhrel, IIT based smart parking. Okay, IIT based smart parking. Okay. I think this kind of data we can call it in our context also. So IIT based smart parking. So we are focusing on, so suppose most of you are using the same title that has been implemented on other resources. Okay. So this kind of things. Okay. This kind of things mm, tell us that you are just focusing on the certain project work. Okay, so we are focusing on some research. Okay, so when you generate the data or generate the fact, it should be different from your research paper that you have referred. Okay, so in this context also, IIT based smart parking, okay, he has taken the same title that has been stated on literature. So that does not me so much problem. But when you goes to down to the objective and the questions, okay, I think Anush Adhikari have joined or not. Anush? Yes, okay.
Yes, sir, I have joined, sir. I have network problem and sometimes it's
So I'm showing on you literature, okay. So what I suggest student is you IIT based smart parking system, okay. So IIT based smart parking system in the context of Kathmandu, if you say that, then that will make sense, because you are going to study, okay, possibility of what we are going to do. We can do, what are the possibilities that we can do. We can build a system, okay. There is the possibility that we can build the smart parking system based on IIT. We can do that, or we can do the effectiveness of IIT based smart parking system in our current context. Because if within this allocated period of time, if you are not able to build a system, you are going to study the system, whether you can implement on current context or not. Yes, that we can do. So moving on to this literature, you are going to see the methodology part, I think. Yes. So most of them have built a system. Most of them has built a system. When you see the literature, when I see, so most of the thing that you need to do in IIT is to build a system. Yes. And when you say that you are going to build a system, no need to use the hardware or something. Okay, you can simply simulate this kind of thing on certain Python or any other simulation software. You can simulate the work. Okay, what you need to do, because in microcontroller or Raspberry Pi, all thing is the software that is works. Okay, so you can build a software which can analyze the data that has obtained from the sensor. Okay, so in any proposed work that you are going to do, you can do from that perspective. But it is possible for you to build a system or to simulate a system or not, that you need to analyze by yourself. If not, then what we need to do, we need to do the implication or implementation challenges, opportunity, or how we can implement on our current context. You can study from that perspective. Okay, from that perspective you can use. So when you move on to this part, so Krijan, can you please tell me what you are trying to do?
सर एउटा मोबाइल एप बनाउने जसले चाहिँ स्मार्ट पार्किङ गर्छ, जस्तै खाली ठाउँ कहाँ छ भनेर भनिदिन्छ के अरे युजरलाई, पार्किङ कुन ठाउँमा खाली छ भनेर, टाइम सेभ गर्छ, ट्राफिक बचाउँछ.
ठिक छ, तर एप्लिकेसन पोइन्ट अफ भ्यूबाट एकदम राम्रो हो हैन. अब के हुन्छ यसमा, कसरी यसको वर्किङ मेकानिजम के हो, एउटा भेहिकलमा अथवा कसरी त्यो एम्प्टी स्पेस केले डिटेक्ट गर्छ, क्यामेराले?
पार्किङ लटमा एउटा क्यामेरा हुन्छ, अनि क्यामेराले यो ठाउँ चाहिँ एम्प्टी छ भनेर एपमा नोटिफाई गरिरहेको हुन्छ. युजरले हेर्छ त्यो एपमा, यो ठाउँ खाली रहेछ भन्छ, त्यही जान्छ.
ओके, अनि अब त्यस्तो त डिफ्रेन्ट ठाउँको एउटा लिनु पर्यो हैन. तपाईले एउटा कुनै एउटा इमेज लिएर तपाई आफैले एउटा एप्लिकेसनै बिल्ड गर्न खोजेको यसमा?
एप्लिकेसन त बिल्ड गर्न खोजेको होइन सर, यसो यही जर्नलहरुकै रेफरेन्स लिएरै गर्न खोजेको
हैन. एउटा मोबाइल एप्लिकेसन एउटा सानो डेमो जस्तो गर्नुहुन्छ कि अथवा कुनै सिमुलेसन, त्यो इमेज त्यहाँ आएपछि उसको नोटिफिकेसन जाने सिस्टमसम्म त बनाउनु हुन्छ कि अथवा त्यो गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने खाली मात्रै स्टडी हो?
खै सकिन्छ होला गर्न त.
ओके, सकिन्छ, नसक्ने त कुरो भएन हैन. तर मैले के भन्न खोजेँ भने, त्यही कुरा अरूले गरेको कुरा मैले अब स्मार्ट ट्राफिक इन्टेलिजेन्स यहाँ इम्प्लिमेन्ट भइसकेको छ, यहाँ देखिसकेको छ यो कुरा हैन. इम्प्लिमेन्ट हुन्छ नि हैन त, सिस्टम ब्लक भयो, यो भनेको यसको प्रपोज, यो काम भइसक्यो हो नि त, उसले यो गरिसकेको छ हैन. अब ए काम हुन्छ भनेर हामीले दोस्रोचोटि भन्दा इट इज नट द पार्ट अफ रिसर्च हैन. तपाईले कुनै न्यू कुरा एक्सप्लोर गरेकै हैन. अब उसको यो मेथडमा उसले अल्ट्रासोनिक सेन्सर राख्यो, पिआई क्यामेरा राखेको छ, अरू के राखेको छ, तपाईँले अब यसको सर्टेन मोडुलमा केही चेन्ज गरिदिएर, जस्तै आउटपुटमा उसले यो डिभाइसहरू राखेको छ, तपाईँ आउटपुट थप्ने हो कि, अब यो माइक्रो कन्ट्रोलको अरू पार्ट थप्ने हो कि, अथवा यो सेन्सरको ठाउँमा अर्को कुनै सेन्सर राख्ने हो कि, त्यो गर्दा राम्रो हुन्छ कि. त्यसरी चाहिँ हामीले के गर्छौँ, स्टडी गर्छौँ. कुनै मेथडमा कुनै ल्याग छ भने अब तपाईँले यहाँ चेन्ज गर्न सक्ने स्थिति छैन भनेदेखि फेरि अब यसमा युज भएको अल्गोरिदमहरू केही होला हैन. अल्गोरिदममा यहाँ सिस्टम फ्लो चार्टको, यो सिस्टम फ्लो चार्टकोमा चाहिँ के चेन्ज गर्न सकिन्छ कि, फेरि हामी यहाँ हेर्छौँ. सकिन्छ भने त्यही सिस्टम राखेर हामीले सिस्टम फ्लो चार्ट हटाएर अनि यहाँ उसको आउटपुट रिजल्टमा चाहिँ के चेन्जेस ल्याउनु पर्यो हैन उसले मोबाइल एप्लिकेसनै बनाएको छ मोबाइल एप्लिकेसनबाट हेर्ने बनाएको हैन सेन्सर हार्डवेयर प्रोटोटाइपहरू अब हामीले यही गर्यौं भनेदेखि उसले त क्यामेराबाट लिएको छ पार्किङ लट कहाँ खाली छ यहाँनिर एम्प्टी स्पेसहरू देखाएको छ हैन तर यो हेर्दा जति सजिलो छ गर्न त्यति गाह्रो छ हैन किनभने एम्प्टी स्पेस भनेर यसरी यो लाइन डिटेक्ट गरेर यहाँ खाली एम्प्टी स्पेस डिटेक्ट गर्ने अल्गोरिदमै युज हुन्छ हैन हो किन भन्दा क्यामेराको इमेजबाट तपाईले त्यो एम्प्टी स्पेस र भेहिकल छुटाउनु पनि त हामीले जसरी आँखाले छुटाएको छौं त्यसरी त मेसिनले सफ्टवेयर सक्दैन नि सक्छ त यहाँ खाली छ भनेर त हामीले त्यतिकै हामीले इन्टेलिजेन्स प्रयोग गरेर हामीले भन्न सक्छौं तर सिस्टममा यो हरियो ग्रीन लाइनलाई मार्क गर्नु नै के छ ग्रीन लाइनलाई उसले पार्किङको लाइनलाई ग्रीनले एम्प्टीलाई भरिएकोलाई रेडले गरेछ भनेपछि त्यहाँ अब्जेक्ट डिटेक्सनको कुरा गरेछ हैन अब्जेक्ट डिटेक्ट भइरहेछ त्यहाँ भेहिकल छ अब्जेक्ट डिटेक्ट भइरहेछ नि त्यहाँ एम्प्टी स्पेस छ भनेर उसले गर्यो तर एम्प्टी स्पेस पनि त यहाँ बिचा पनि छ नि त यसलाई त डिटेक्ट गर्नु भएन नि फेरि तपाईले हेरिरहनु भएको छ
यस सर हेरिरहेको छु
है भनेपछि उसले के अल्गोरिदम यो सेतो लाइन भित्रको सर्टेन डिस्टेन्सलाई मात्र उसले के एम्प्टी स्पेस लियो दुईटा सेतो लाइन देखिने छ भने हो त्यसरी चाहिँ उसले बिल्ड गरेछ अब तपाईले यो एप्लिकेसनै बिल्ड गर्न चाहनु भयो नि यु क्यान डु द्याट कुनै एउटा सिम्पल एउटा इमेज लिएर गर्दा नि हुन्छ एउटा दुईटा इमेज लिएर यो डिटेक्ट गर्दा नि हुन्छ है त्यो धेरै प्रोसेसिङ गर्नु पर्दैन हैन भन्देखि अब त्यस्तो खाले के छ अब हाम्रोमा पोसिबिलिटिज के छ यस्तो खाले पार्किङ हाम्रोमा पाइँदैन धेरै कम हैन त भन्नु त यसरी भेहिकल राखेको यसरी क्यामेरा राखेर सेट गर्ने कुनै हुन्छ त्यहाँ त कुनै लाइटै हुँदैन कुनै केले छेक्छ देयर आर डिफरेन्ट च्यालेन्जेस द्याट वी क्यान फेस धेरै च्यालेन्ज छ नि यो पार्किङ इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्न यो सिस्टमलाई हाम्रो कन्टेक्समा इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्न तपाईले त्यो च्यालेन्जेसहरू मात्रै आइडेन्टिफाई गरिदिनु भयो नि हुन्छ के यो सिस्टमले यस्तोमा काम गर्छ अब त्यस्तै खाले सिस्टम हामीले गर्नु पर्यो हामीले मोडिफाई गरेर गर्नुपर्ने हो कि हैन अथवा त्यसलाई नै इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्न खोज्यो भने कस्ता च्यालेन्जेसहरू हामीले फेस गर्न सक्छौं त्यस्तो खाले स्टडी गर्नु भने नि हुन्छ दुईटा अप्सन है मैले सबैलाई दुईटा अप्सन के दिए भने एउटा तपाईले आफैले बिल्ड पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ यु क्यान डु द्याट हैन अब हाम्रो कन्टेक्समा युज भएको छ नि त्यसको इफेक्टिभनेस पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ इफेक्टिभ भयो कि भएन छ कि छैन युजको हिसाबले के छ भन्ने कुरा त्यो पनि स्टडी गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ हैन अब युजै भएको छैन भने त्यसलाई युज गर्नलाई कस्तो खाले अपर्च्युनिटी र च्यालेन्जेसहरू छ त्यो कुरा नि स्टडी गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ फ्रम द्याट पर्सपेक्टिभ के केही कुरा हामीले नयाँ नै एक्सप्लोर गर्न खोजेको हैन आईटी बेस्ड इन्टेलिजेन्ट पार्किङ सिस्टम बिल्ड भइसकेको छ त्यो एप्लिकेसनमा छ त्यो यहाँ गएर यो एप्लिकेसन बनाउन सकिन्छ कि सकिँदैन भन्ने क्वेशन्स नै हैन यो त बनिसकेको कुरा हो बन्छ यो हैन तर त्यही कन्टेक्समा अब हाम्रो कन्टेक्समा हामीले युज गर्दाखेरिको अब त्यसलाई के मोडिफाई गरेर हामीले त्यसको इफिसियन्सी बढायौं नि एउटा रिजल्ट भयो नलेज हामीले एड गर्नु पर्यो के सर्टेन नलेज ह्याज टु बी एडेड अन दैट पर्टिकुलर कन्टेक्स्ट त्यो पार्टमा चाहिँ तपाईले कसरी स्टडी गर्नुहुन्छ यसमा तपाईले इम्प्रुभमेन्ट के गर्ने हो कुन कन्टेक्स्टमा गर्ने हो हैन त्यो कुरा चाहिँ स्टडी गर्नु पर्यो लिटरेचरमा हामीले हेर्ने नै थियो लिटरेचरमा जे गरेर चाहिँ हामीले त्यही गर्छौं भनेर कहिले पनि जानु हुँदैन है लिटरेचरले त हामीलाई मोटिभेट गर्ने हो यस्तो कन्टेक्स्टमा उल्लेख गराइरहेछ भनेर आइडियाको जेनेरेसन रिलेट पो गर्ने हो त सबै यसमै फोकस भयो भने त हाम्रो रिसर्च नै भएन हाम्रो त अरूको मात्र कपी जस्तो देखिन्छ हैन प्रोजेक्ट वर्क चाहिँ हुन्छ तर रिसर्च चाहिँ हुँदैन है इफ यु जस्ट से तपाईले आफ्नो रिसर्चमा स्मार्ट पार्किङ सिस्टममा चाहिँ आईटी युज गर्न सकिन्छ इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्न सकिन्छ भन्नु भने नो नलेज केही पनि त्यहाँ इम्प्रुभमेन्टै छैन किनभने त्यो कुरा हामीलाई यहाँ थाहा भएकै कुरा हो काहीँ न काहीँ यो रिसर्चबाट भएकै कुरा छ यो हैन यो मलेसियन युनिभर्सिटीमा भएको कुरा अब त्यही कुरालाई तपाईले भन्नुभयो भने त कुनै नयाँ कुरा एक्सप्लोर हुँदैन सो हाम्रो कन्टेक्स्टमा हामीले कसरी गर्न सक्छौं अथवा के गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईले आफ्नो कन्टेक्स्टमा विदिन दैट एलोकेटेड पिरियड अफ टाइम त्यो चाहिँ तपाईले आफैले के गर्नु पर्यो एनालाइज गर्नु पर्यो है ठीक छ प्रिजन
यस सर
है कुन प्रश्न हामी एउटा लिटरेचर हेर्यौं त्यसकोले जे गरेछ त्यसमै जान्ने यस्तो लिटरेचर अब त्यसको रेफरेन्स पाड्यो नि अरु लिटरेचरहरु पनि के गर्नु पर्यो हामीले कलेक्ट गर्नु पर्यो के अरु लिटरेचरहरु पनि कलेक्ट गर्नु पर्यो त्यसपछि तपाईलाई नयाँ नयाँ आइडिया हुन्छ उले पो एउटा गर्यो अर्को गर्यो अब तपाईले दुईटा कम्पेयर गरेर एउटा नयाँ चीज गर्न पनि सक्नुहुन्छ नि त एउटा मात्र लिटरेचर हो नि एउटामा मात्र पाइनुहुन्छ यो चाहिँ तपाईको मेन रेफरेन्स पेपर जसले चाहिँ तपाईको टाइटल सिलेक्सनलाई मोटिभेट गर्यो होला एउटा पार्ट हैन अर्को कुनै रिजनहरु छ होला त्यो यो हैन त्यो पार्ट हामी भोलि डिस्कस गरौँ होला तर आफ्नो पर्सपेक्टिभबाट त तपाईले गर्न खोजेको के आईटी बेस्ड स्मार्ट पार्किङमा डज आईटी बेस्ड स्मार्ट पार्किङ हेल्प टु सल्भ द पार्किङ क्राइसिस इन द सिटी अब पार्किङ क्राइसिस भनेको स्पेस नभएको हो हैन स्पेस फाइन्डिङ र स्पेस नभएको भन्ने दुईटा कन्टेक्स्ट होला फेरि स्पेस छ भने त अटोमेटिक पार्किङ प्रब्लम सल्भ भइहाल्छ स्पेसै छैन भने पार्किङ प्रब्लम कसरी सल्भ गर्ने त भन्ने कुरा होला अथवा ट्राफिकलाई डाइभर्ट गरेर खाली भएको ठाउँमा लाँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो पार्किङको समस्या घट्छ भने त्यो पर्सपेक्टिभबाट तपाईँले सोच्नु भयो होला हैन अब त्यो गर्दै गर्दा त्यस्तो खाले डेटा कसरी हामी लिन्छौँ त हामीले त इभिडेन्समा सो गर्नु पर्यो नि स्मार्ट पार्किङले हेल्प गर्छ है भन्ने कुराको इभिडेन्स हामीलाई चाहियो हैन त हामीले भन्दैमा तपाईँले भन्दैमा अथवा मैले भन्दैमा कसैले बिलिभ गर्दैन नि तपाईँले इभिडेन्स सो गर्नु पर्यो यहाँ चाहिँ आईआईटी बेस स्मार्ट ट्राफिक पार्किङ सिस्टम इम्प्लिमेन्ट भएको छ यहाँबाट डेटा कलेक्ट गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यस्तो खाले डेटा आयो पहिला नहुँदाखेरिको यस्तो अहिले गर्दाखेरि यो भयो हैन इम्प्लिमेन्टेसन हिसाबले पहिला अरू ठाउँमा धेरै कन्जस्टेड हुन्थ्यो त्यही त्यहाँ क्राइसिस जस्तो देखिन्थ्यो त्यहाँ भएको भेहिकलहरूलाई तपाईँले डाइभर्ट गरेर जहाँ खाली छ त्यही ठाउँमा डाइभर्ट गर्नुभयो भनेदेखि त ट्राफिक म्यानेजमेन्ट पार्किङमा प्रब्लम अलिकति पनि सल्भ हुन्छ हैन कन्जेसन कन्ट्रोल हुन्छ हो त्योको इभिडेन्स हामीले के गर्नु पर्यो सो गर्नु पर्यो त्यति हो aims to find if IIT based smart parking helps to solve the parking crisis in the city. Okay, we are going to do that. So I think certain modification is needed, but what you are trying to do is okay in the title that you have submitted based on the theme that has been provided. So is there any other question that you can solve? Yes.
So यो IoT based smart parking system यो basically बाहिरको लागि भयो क्या हैन अब यही कुरा हामीले नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टको लागि यस्तो गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर भन्दा हुन्छ होला नि
हुन्छ त्यो कन्टेक्स्टमा नि हुन्छ
किनकि नेपालमा त्यस्तो पार्किङ सिस्टम त छैन तर त्यस्तै टाइपको डिभाइसेसहरु तर अलिकति अझै राम्रो सेन्सर राखेर बनाउने भनेर
आफैले कि बिल्ड एउटा सजेसन बिल्डै गर्नु पर्यो अथवा सजेस्ट गर्नु पर्यो हाम्रो कन्टेक्स्टमा एउटा जसरी त्यो क्यामेरा त्यसरी ओपन भइरहेछ हाम्रोमा नि त्यसरी ओपन राख्ने ठाउँ नै छैन पहिलो कुरा हैन अब सेन्सरमा अब हामीले नाइट भिजन क्यामेरा राखेर गर्नुपर्ने हो किन अन्डरग्राउन्ड पार्किङ धेरै छ त्यहाँ लाइटको समस्या छ सबै छ त्यो सेन्सर राखेर गऱ्यो भने चाहिँ हाम्रोमा इफेक्टिभ हुन्छ भन्ने पार्टले स्टडी गर्नुभयो भने नि हुन्छ त्यसको लागि सिस्टमै बिल्ड गर्नुपर्यो
त्यस्तै कुराहरु लिएर आएर नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा यसरी बनाउने त्यस्तै टाइपको सफ्टवेयर भन्दा हुन्छ
बनाउने भनेर हुँदैन इभिडेन्स पनि छ बनाएको हुनु पर्यो कि बनाउनलाई अब कुनै च्यालेन्जेसहरु छ भनेदेखि रेस्पेक्टिभ रिजनेबल बडीले चाहिँ त्यस्तो खाली डेटा प्रोभाइड गरे हुनु पर्यो किनभने बनाउने भने तपाईलाई पनि थाहा छ मलाई पनि थाहा छ तर इभिडेन्सको हिसाबले त्यसले काम गर्दैन है नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा यो च्यालेन्ज छ भनेर भन्दै गर्दा कसैले त्यो भन्दै गर्दाखेरि त्यसको बोलीमा भन्दा त्यसको इभिडेन्समा के व्हाट इज द फ्याक्ट दैट दे हैव कलेक्टेड टु क्लेम that smart parking can be implemented in our context now or smart parking cannot be implemented in our context now अहिलेको भइरहेको टेक्नोलोजीको डेभलपमेन्टले गर्दा चाहिँ अहिले तत्कालीन आईआईटी बेस्ड स्मार्ट पार्किङ इम्प्लिमेन्टेसनमा च्यालेन्ज छ दैट इट इज नट पोसिबल इन मोस्ट अफ द कन्टेक्स्ट अफ काठमाडौँ भ्याली त्यो भनेर कुनै लिएर गर्छ अथवा आईआईटी बेस्ड स्मार्ट पार्किङ सिस्टम क्यान बी इम्प्लिमेन्टेड यो रिजन यस्तो खाले अथवा त्यो सिस्टमलाई त हामी टेस्ट त गर्नु पर्यो नि त अथवा त्यो सिस्टम इम्प्लिमेन्ट हुने इन्भाइरोमेन्टलाई त एनालाइसिस गर्नु पर्यो नि है त्यो पार्टले मतलब वहाँ युज भयो हामीले यहाँ युज गर्न सक्छौँ भन्दैमा रिसर्च हुँदैन त्यो त यहाँ युज हुन सक्छ भन्ने त एउटा एजम्सन मात्रै त हो नि सक्छ सक्दैन भन्ने कुरा इभिडेन्सले सो गर्नु पर्यो भन्ने भन्छ त्यति है ठिक छ यो पार्ट लिटरेचर अलिकति बढी सर्च गर्नु लिटरेचर यु हेभ टु सर्च द लिटरेचर मोर हैन त्यसपछि पनि अलिकति आइडिया बढ्छ तपाईहरुलाई अहिलेको कन्टेक्स्टमा चाहिँ तपाईहरुले गएको फ्लो चाहिँ ठीक छ पाथ चाहिँ त्यही हो त्यस्तै खाले आर्टिकल जर्नलहरु हेर्दै जाने हो त्यसपछि सर्टेन आइडियाहरु जेनेरेट गर्दै जानुपर्छ के तपाईले गरेको एकदम ठीक छ तपाईको पाथ पनि मिलिरहेछ हैन अलिकति मात्रै के कन्टेन्टहरुमा मात्रै हो र तपाईले जुन वेमा सोच्नु भएको छ त्यो वेमा सोच्दाखेरि चाहिँ रिसर्चको अब्जेक्टिभ चाहिँ फुलफिल हुँदैन तपाईको आफ्नो रिसर्चको भने हैन ओभरअल रिसर्च भन्ने हुन्छ नि रिसर्च भनेको के नयाँ कुरा एक्सप्लोर गर्ने त्यो नयाँ कुरा केमा एक्सप्लोर गर्ने बेस्ड अन द इभिडेन्स भनेको यु आर गोइङ टु कलेक्ट द डेटा भनेको सधैँ क्वेसनयरबाट मात्रै हुँदैन यु क्यान डु फ्रम एक्सपेरिमेन्ट यु क्यान डु फ्रम अब्जर्भेसन हैन त्यो डिफ्रेन्ट मेकानिजमबाट कलेक्ट गरेको डेटालाई एनालाइसिस गरेपछि यु आर गोइङ टु कन्फर्म or you are going to answer the research question that you have formulated बल्ल तपाईको त्यो इभिडेन्सको बेसमा एनालाइसिस गरिसकेपछि मात्रै तपाईको रिसर्चको क्वेशनको एन्सर आउँछ र आउनु पर्छ त्यो भएपछि बल्ल तपाईको त्यो एन्सर बेस्ड अन द इभिडेन्स हुन्छ र यु क्यान ड्र अ कन्क्लुजन फ्रम दैट इभिडेन्स है हाम्रो फोकस नै त्यति हो ठीक छ यो पार्ट आज भोलि चाहिँ हामी के गरौँ भन्देखि भोलि पनि भोलि एउटा टास्क दिन्छु म तपाईहरुलाई आज हैन रिजन फर चुजिङ दिस प्रोजेक्ट व्हाट इज द रिजन दैट यु हैव चुज दिस प्रोजेक्ट रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट तपाईले यो रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट चुज गर्नुको रिजन के हो त त्यो कुरा है त्यो च्याप्टर 2 मा लेख्नु पर्छ हामीले त्यो कुरा भोलि सकायौं भन्देखि हामी च्याप्टर 1 2 र 3 सकाउँछौं त्यसपछि इट विल बी इजी फर यु टु राइट द रिसर्च प्रपोजल हस है मैले तपाईहरुको यता प्रपोजलको पार्टलाई एकदम क्लियरली नै कभर गर्दिदै जान्छु त्यो भएपछि तपाईहरुलाई एकदम सजिलो होस् भनेर ठीक छ अहिलेको कन्टेक्स्टमा है मैले सिलेबसलाई त्यति धेरै फोकस गरेको छैन है अहिले सिलेबसको पार्ट त हामी कभर गर्न केही पनि गाह्रो छैन आई विल प्रोभाइड त्यसलाई त्यहाँ भक पार्ट हामीले अटोमेटिकली कभर त गरिरहेको हुन्छौँ तर टर्म टु टर्म हामीले कभर गरेको छैन ओभरअल अब्जेक्टिभ हामीले सबै कभर गर्छौँ त्यहाँ लर्निङ आउटकमहरु कभर गर्छौँ है लर्निङ आउटकमको अब्जेक्टिभ कभर गर्छौँ कुनै कुनै लाइन टु लाइन चाहिँ नहुन पनि सक्छ त्यो सिम्पल टर्महरु
choosing this research topic
रिजन फर चुजिङ दिस रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट यस
research project
might be the title it might be the any other thing okay what motivates you to choose this title यो कुरा चाहिँ लेख्नु यो एक पेज जति लेख्नु पर्छ है फाइनलमा त 1 देखि 2 पेज लेख्नु पर्छ अहिले चाहिँ अब 1 पेज
राइटिङ हो नि हैन
च्याप्टर 2 मा
सो यो आफ्नै फ्री राइटिङ हो नि हैन भने
राइटिङ तपाईलाई के कुराले मोटिभेट गर्यो त्यसमा अलिअलि म एड पनि गर्दिन्छु तपाईले कुन पर्सपेक्टिभबाट हेर्नु भएको छ अरु कुरा नि हुन्छ त्यहाँ हैन त्यो जनरल कुराहरु चाहिँ सबैमा मिलिन्छ त्यो कुरा म आई विल प्रोभाइड यु फिडब्याक तर तपाईको आफ्नो पहिला आन्सर आइसि बल्ल त्यसमा एड गर्दिन्छु सो दिस वाज फर टुडे एन्ड विल कन्टिन्यू टु डिस्कस है त अर्को एकजना साथीले पनि पठाउनु भयो दर्शन कुमार मलाई ए सेक्सन यस अनुस
Excuse me, sir.
यस
Sir, स्मार्ट इरिगेसन सिस्टम भनेर टपिक लेख्न सकिन्छ हामीले?
आईटी बेस्ड स्मार्ट इरिगेसन सिस्टम हुन्छ
Yes, sir. Can it be topic for
Topic.
research?
yes it can be topic हुन्छ आईटी बेस्ड स्मार्ट एग्रीकल्चर सिस्टम or irrigation system.
Sir, and another system that IoT based smart healthcare system or
Healthcare system is something
Yeah.
generic, okay? In irrigation system, it is specific.
okay.
We focus on irrigation. Whenever there is the less amount of water, the machine
Water,
automatically pump the water to the field or something like that. If you can show that system, then that will be easy. Okay. In two topic, one is easy for you, and one is implementable, and you can collect the data from the different contexts in our country also. I think there is the
Yes, sir.
flood detection system. Okay, Ministry of Home. I think in most of the dam, most of the river, they have kept the IoT devices. Okay, IoT devices nowadays. In hydropower also, most of them has used that. So from that context, you can collect the data and analyze from your effectiveness point of view. Okay, what is the main concern is the collection of data. Title you have
Okay,
select,
sir.
okay, but how you are going to collect the data? There are two things. The system has to be built by other. You need to collect the data from them, or if there is no system, you have to build the system and collect the data by yourself. That is the context. Yes, that
Okay,
you have.
sir.
So you need to be focused, okay, in which area you are going to do. So we'll discuss tomorrow also. And one of you has messaged me, Darshan Kumar, from this section. Yes, Darshan.
Maybe it's not from our section.
Okay, he had just messaged me regarding the research question. So we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, regarding the reason why you choose this research project. Okay, yeah, you have to do certain brainstorming within yourself. Ask question to yourself why you choose this topic or research project. Okay. So I'm ending this meeting and we'll continue